Hey everyone, Staci, Wallace here with WarriorDNA. Actually, this is Monday instead of Sunday. Every Sunday at 5 p.m. Central, we have WarriorDNA Training. Now, this is where we talk about the DNA of a warrior, the DNA of authentic leadership, what it means to be fearlessly courageous in the midst of adversity, to have the DNA of one that's willing to fight a much higher fight than just for profits, but the fight for peace over profits that yield the greatest dividends in your life. My name is Staci Wallace, and I find great joy every week in coming to you with WarriorDNA. Now today, a little odd thing happened yesterday. We had audio difficulties. A lot of you guys tuned in live, which we do every Sunday at 5 p.m. Central. So today, here I am in the middle of the day shooting WarriorDNA so that we can have it up and posted so that you guys can share. Now, the reason why that's so important is because our share, like, and win contest we do every single week. I know it's something that's of great value to a lot of you guys. Thank you so much for those of you who have been sharing these posts, not just as a way to share and hope that other people watch it, but as your way of sharing light and hope into other people's lifestyle. So every time you share and like one of the WarriorDNAs, of course, you get an entry into our drawing each week. Every week we do a drawing. This week, I already announced it yesterday, so there was a few hundred of you that saw it before we took it down when we had so many difficulties with the audio. Anyhow, yesterday's winner, or last week's winner of the like share contest was Bobby Joe Letton. So we are really, really grateful, Bobby Joe, that you are the winner. I know I followed, I looked back and I wanted to see, I always want to see who is it that wins, what's going on in their life. And of course, Bobby Joe won my teaching series called Due Season, which talks about understanding God's perfect timing. What I didn't know was that this week was Bobby Joe's birthday. So double celebration there. We are really grateful that you are our winner this week, but even more, we're grateful that you're constantly using your life, your likes, and your shares to make life better for other people. So today, our topic is a topic that if you're in business, if you're in direct sales, if you're in traditional corporate America, then you know the importance of limitless leads. You know the importance of constantly having a stream of leads that are coming into your business to buy your products, to buy your services, to take part in what it is that you're propagating or selling. Well, this week we're going to take a little different look. We're going to shift your perspective to the value of limitless leads. Now, for those of you who are wanting to know, how can I have an unlimited account of leads? Well, obviously we've talked in weeks gone by about how to become magnetic, how to be a brand that other people want to follow. People don't follow companies anymore, and they certainly aren't loyal to products. Their loyalty is to leadership. Leaders like you, they want to be led or follow a leader that's worth following. So when we talk about the value of limitless leads, we're actually going to take a juxtaposition on that topic. First off, I want you to think about this week. I had the opportunity, every now and then I have an opportunity to just spend my Sabbath. Let me just say this. My Sabbath is from 5 p.m. on Saturdays to 5 p.m. on Sundays. Now, anybody that works with me knows that that is taboo territory. You don't call for a three-way call. You don't try to get a hold of me because you want me to do something in business for you. I truly lock down. I shut off from 5 p.m. Saturday to 5 p.m. Sunday. That is my time to selah. That is my time to meditate, to pray, and to really get out of the mindset of doing and really just be in the presence of being. I read my Bible, I read great books, I parallel them to the Bible. I find out ways that I can really continue to keep myself awakened and enlightened. If you go through the week and you don't have those shutdown times, then you're probably not going to stay at your absolute best peak performance. That's why personal growth and development is so important. So I love that you guys take this time with me every Sunday at 5 p.m. I pop back onto the world and I do WarriorDNA. Well, this is coming right out of 24 hours of me really being in a time of meditation and prayer. So today, I want to want to tweak your perspective. Now, I follow specific people in social media for different reasons, and I change up my follows, especially in Instagram. You can go on Instagram right now and you'll see that I'm very intentional about my space. I always want it to be a space that not only do I share some of the personal things that are going on in my family, because I think that's really some of the things we want to know about each other, but I also want to share a message of value. Well, one of the people I love to follow are top network marketers, people who are in the A of their game, people who are constantly operating at peak performance. And one of those guys is a guy named Holton Buggs. Now, many of you know he is an icon for years and years, I think like 30 years in the direct sales industry. But what's incredible about what I saw this week was Holton was actually out in his palatial mansion, water, his big swimming pool. But what was valuable about his swimming pool was not the water, and it was not the concrete that the water is inside of. That is an intrinsic value. Intrinsic value basically means the actual worth, both tangible and intangible of a thing. So what is the intrinsic value of a swimming pool? Well, you can get wet. The swimming pool is that you can chill out, cool off. Those are some of the intrinsic value. Makes your landscaping look better. But what is the intangible value or intrinsic value of a swimming pool? Well, think about it. You may be wanting a swimming pool, for example, in your life, and you're thinking, I want a hole with water so that my backyard fills up and it's got great, beauty. But the intrinsic undefined value or the intangible value is what that swimming pool brings to your existence. So that day that I watched Holton, I was watching him, and it wasn't that he was out by the pool. It wasn't that the pool was pretty, although it was gorgeous. What was beautiful about it was that he had 5 of his top leaders, and he was mentoring these men on how to be a better leader. The intrinsic value of the water and the concrete didn't even parallel or didn't even compare to the intangible value of the time spent at that pool. Now, when we talk about the value of limitless leads, I want you to think about what is the value of limitless leads? Well, the value of limitless leads is not the lead itself, but instead, the value is what you bring to that lead. You want to be followed more. You want to have people constantly asking you about your business. You want to have a brand that is synonymous with success. You want to be able to have people that say, I don't know what it is about you, but I want what you've got. Then you've got to bring value beyond the obvious value of your business. Now, the value of your business could be essential services, for example, or it could be skincare or nutrition. Our company, we feed kids and we offer services. We try to help people save money on their essential service things like energy, electric, TV, cell phone. But that is the intrinsic value, tangible value that we offer. What is the intangible value that you offer to the limitless leads that will come to your business? Well, that's what you've got to ask yourself, is what do I offer the people that are coming into my business? Could be your corporation, could be your employees, could be your staff, could be your children. Every day, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m., sometimes 9:30, we provide intrinsic value to our kids at that table over there. Well, it's not the table itself that is of value. It's the quality time being spent with my kids every morning, pouring into them. Now, all of a sudden, we've got other kids that want to be a part of that. They want to see what goes in the leadership class at the Wallace's household. Well, the same thing will happen in your business when you provide value beyond the obvious value of your business. Maybe you've got great weight loss products. Maybe you've got great skincare products. But guess what? People are not loyal to products. Another product is going to come along that's going to have the go-go juice from the Amazon rainforest that's going to sound a little sexier than yours. And if all you've done is shown them the intrinsic value of your product or your service, then you'll lose them eventually. They'll come and they'll go. We're in a very transient society. So what is the value of limitless leads? It's not the lead itself. It's that when someone comes across your brand or across your social space or across your face online, that you're providing value. So I speak to those of you who are just getting involved in social media, or you're playing around with social media. You don't have to have 10 million followers to provide value that creates sustainability in people's lives. What you need to do is make sure that the value you are providing is creating deep and lasting, sustainable relationships. Now, a story that happened to me personally that really speaks about this is my mom and dad, when we were growing up, my dad was a minister, of course, and so he was always giving his time away. In the 80s, it was the big thing for ministers to really give everything away. And so we grew up, we didn't know that Spam and bologna was not the hot item, and that's what everybody ate. But we did. And so we would go to garage sales. And even to this day, I love going to garage sales. I love secondhand shops. I love shopping at open markets where people are making their best goods and they're selling them. You know, I hear a lot of leaders that say, don't do that anymore. That's a mindset of poverty. It depends how you look at it. Are you looking that I can only shop at garage sales because that's all I can afford? Or are you looking at it, I shop at garage sales because of what I can give? See, sometimes you don't need that meeting that you're going to on a weekly basis. Sometimes the meeting needs you. And so week after week, you're like, I've gone to this, I've heard this before, and I'm talking to those of you who are in direct sales, and so you stop going to the meetings, and here's what happens. Not only do you stop growing, but you stop bringing your greatness to the meetings. Well, the same thing is why I can drive by a lemonade stand. And do I really need $1 lemonade out of a styrofoam cup from a 5-year-old? No. But does that 5-year-old need me to seed into their life, to stop and say, you know what, I'm proud of you. It's a good entrepreneurial spirit you got, that I bring my greatness. The value of Limitless leads is not the value that the lemonade or the lead brings you, but it's the value that you bring them. So suddenly your business is a business of value, not of products, not of services. It's really what it is. It's an opportunity for you to take people that you may otherwise never know and bring them into the room with you. What is the room? Well, this is my room right now, Facebook Live. The room for you might be a Saturday meeting. The room for you might be a 3-way call. Having people in the room with you is the greatest value, so they tell others, you want to be in this room with this person. So back to my garage sale story. So my mom took me one day to a garage sale, and she gave me, at that time, it was a lot, but she gave me 10 cents and says, you can spend it anywhere, right? And so, obviously I'm dating myself, but I went to this garage sale, and there was this table that had a nickel box, it had a dime box, and it had a quarter box. Well, I was rummaging through that dime box, and I found the most amazing ring. Of course, I was just a little bitty girl, and amazing is big, right? So I picked this ring out, and I went over to my mom. I said, Mommy, look what I found. And she looked at it, and she went, oh, baby, let's take that home and let's clean that up first. And it was green and corroded, but it was big, right? And so we took it home, and she started to clean that ring I got for a dime up. And the more she cleaned it, the more it started to shine. And the more she cleaned it, the more she started to realize, wait a minute, this isn't a toy ring. And as she cleaned off that ring, the intrinsic value of that ring shone through. What was it? It was an 18-karat gold topaz ring that someone had found so unvaluable or lack of value that they put it in a 10-cent box. Well, all it took was somebody recognizing that, hey, it's big, I like it, and then cleaning it up a little, and the true value began to emerge. Now, the intrinsic value might have been that it was gold and it was a topaz, but the intangible value was the lesson that it taught me. That in my life and in your life as leaders, you're going to go through life, and leads, prospects, staff, employees are going to come into your life. And the value is not what can they do for me. Maybe they're on an hourly basis, or maybe they are a part of your network marketing team. But the value is, how can I take them out of a 10-cent box, out of a mentality, clean them up, train them, equip them, give them leadership lessons, help them be better communicators. How can I help them so that their intrinsic value emerges, and so that ripple effect of intangible breakthrough takes place? See, I believe today, limitless leads are going to come to your life as you lift up something bigger than your business. Lift up value. The value is not your product. The value is not your service. It's not your company. And it's not even the industry that you're involved in. The value, the greatest value that you provide is Y-O-U. It's you. And I hope you bring that value to the marketplace today. What value are you bringing to your team and the people around you? Hope you have a great week. Remember, now is the time. This is the place. And you are the one to help us make life better for many. God bless everyone.